That's me laying on the damn mic.
Okay,
It was
that's
really
better.
nice listening to that, and it was nice listening to Yanni. I like that. Well, I don't know if that was the whole video, but the beauty part about the face thing.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
it
really
was
good.
yeah, it was just a short. So the full video's on YouTube. I can send it to you. But now I'm going to officially welcome you to the Dream West 888 podcast. You're an icon in the scene, someone I've had the privilege of being a part of the same house with on a few different occasions.
Yeah.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. So basically, the prompt is why realness and passability in the scene is harmful. Where do you stand on the fence with that?
You said, why is it harmful?
Or why do you think that, do you think realness is necessary to have in the ballroom scene?
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I stepped in there. Okay, Nicole. You said ballroom, the ballroom scene.
The ballroom scene.
Okay. So I kind of disagree with it being not being necessary because of what it did. I remember growing up and not having that feeling that I needed to have and not being as real. And if it wasn't for ballroom and it wasn't for me going there and learning from the Ashleys and the Sandys and Sabrina and me seeing that, I wouldn't have believed that it was possible. And then for me to realize that it was possible and to learn how to do it, I also realized that it went with what I needed to be getting off and on the trains. I also had the blessing of raising a young daughter. And that meant I had to be back and forth in school. I had her since she was a baby, and I had to take care of her as such as a woman. And I needed to do that, and I needed to feel great about doing it. And ballroom gave me that. And ballroom helped me deliver that realness. I was with my daughter one day and going to Maryland before I moved there. And my gay mother, Joseph Princess, I got out the car with me and my baby fiance, and I had my hair and my bag. And I had these big earrings on. And she said, "Ow, bitch, you're realer than your mother." And it went with me for many years later. If you hear me say that statement, she was the person that gave it to me, which originally came from Margot DeRay Princess, excuse me, one of them. And it stuck with me. And I'm going to tell you something, Dream. It was when I believed it and felt it, it became so real. And it was like my face and everything, like before I even had any surgery, just was like boom, and it was there, and I was there, bitch, and I was realer than your mother. And so
Hold on. Before you go on further, you and I are having two very different conversations. Because what you're talking about is the socialization that you learn from different femme queens of how to be a woman in society. But I'm talking about you standing next to another trans woman in front of a panel of your peers, and y'all are telling each other why she's not realer than you.
Oh, what the fuck is that? See, okay, okay.
See, now we're having a different conversation.
Okay, yes, we are.
You're talking about passability in the straight world, and you're talking about passability. Passability for safety is necessary. I'm talking about the competition of passability amongst each other. Is that necessary?
No, it's not.
Damn, this is a short interview.
No, it's not. And let me say this. Yes, this is a short interview. It's the worst thing that ballroom could have done. Because let me
Thank
tell
you.
the real truth. People are not talking the real truth. When you battling up there, you work hard. That's like you voting, right? And
Yep.
me and you vote, I win.
Right.
Eventually, naturally, you grow this thing like, bitch, I got to beat this bitch, okay? So naturally, you already grow those things. Imagine if they came with you hard brick, your back is this, you need to sit the fuck down, God, look at your chin. Now imagine if they came with that. Imagine if me winning over you over and over by insulting you, talking about your body, talking about your hard face, talking about your hands. Just imagine if it came with us yelling back and forth, and everybody on this panel picked me, not necessarily because I was just real, but because my lies and my insults.
Your teardown was eating it.
Oh my God!
You made the judges laugh at my expense and tore me down in my sense of identity and my value as a person, all for a shiny piece of plastic.
Absolutely. And then we expect each other to like each other. Oh, let's stand in harmony. Oh, we are the world.
Thank you.
How is that possible if in the same competition you told me how you really feel about me? I think that's
all I've been saying. And you want to know why we have it and why people think it's necessary? The number one argument I run into is that, oh, realness has been around for so long. Slavery has been around for 400 years. We kind of know that wasn't a good thing.
No, not at all.
But people use just because it's been around for a long time that it's a good thing.
Let me tell you, it's been around so long that you would just go there and put your head behind it. Now, how much power in essence is it that you stand there, bitch, straight up and down with one hand behind your back and one hand on your hip and you looking, and they have to go down the line. How much energy in the silence that's there? How much silence brings so much power with two powerful girls that's sitting there beautiful as fuck, and they just deal with each other? Why is it that we had to go to a place where we had to step on each other?
But even before that, even before you get to the reads, it could be five femme queens, going to the panel. For the first girl that, it's her, she's 2 months on hormones and she's coming to the panel. When she gets to the panel and the judge says, it's a chop, you're not real to me. That's the same thing.
Yes, it is. I went through that. Yes, it is. I one time was walking down this
Make sure you off the microphone.
I'm sorry. And I was walking. It was the Rumble Ball. I don't know what year it was, but I was about midway into my transition, and I was walking Realness, and Stuart Ebony was on the panel. And Stuart Ebony is my father, James' mother. So when I went up there, I'd always heard, and Ben West Stewart had left the scene for a while, so I never actually got to sit in front of him. And when I walked up at him,
hold up, girl. This is a checkpoint right here. If you are enjoying this content and you're not subscribed to the channel, stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe. It's free. I appreciate you and I'll love you down. Thank you.
I can't imagine, since when I tell you how I felt at that age, when he just all after he yelled out, oh my God, what the fuck is this, Noxema Jackson, and all of them just laughed loud and loud and loud.
That is horrible.
Oh, I mean, when my body, the thing, and that's where they always say that, ballroom gives you tough skin. It does in a sense, but I didn't understand what was necessary about that. It always broke my heart, and it always had me in fear of him in a way, like, because I didn't know how he felt about me, and that's what he thought. And then everybody along with it, because of the position and who he is in ballroom, just laughs. And so imagine doing that to each other. Now I got the last laugh, because at the end, bitch, I'll tell you, everyone not realer than your mother, bitch. So no, and I mean that. Go get her. And, I say that with so much with oxygen on my nose.
Go get her. Okay.
And all of that else, but could you imagine? So you hear how I'm telling you how that made me feel.
Right.
Imagine if we sitting up there your big fucking beef. Oh, but you hear her throw this bitch in real. I seen this, and y'all just going pointing at each other, pushing each other. I don't want to be disrespectful, and I mean this with all respect, but that's like two niggas to me. That does not mean that you are real. That y'all have to push each other, read each other, hurt each other feelings, just so that one can get the trophy and the cash.
It really makes no sense, and I think in a sense, ballroom femme queens and ballroom trans women, as they, you know, progress in their transition and they get the socialization of what it is to be a woman, and they're used to tearing down trans women that they feel is lesser than them because they're not as passable, trans women become transphobic so very easily.
And bigger than that, you know, first of all, we got so much that we go through. There's so many things that we deal with just as being trans, okay? There's a whole bunch of other stuff. Who wants to go to the place of your community and begin to second thought yourself and be insecure about maybe something that you weren't even insecure about, that they pointed out in the process of walking for a trophy, in the process of doing something that made you feel good? That was supposed to, you don't go to ballroom to get something, you go to give something. And you go to give your realness, and you get up there, and you're told by your person that's next to you all of these nasty things that they probably sat home and thought about you. And now you get to hear
and it makes it okay for the community to say it to you too, because if it's okay for them to say it to you on stage, they start to say it any and every time, all the time, even when you're not in a.
Even when you're not on the stage or you're just in the house and we all kick in, that's what's being said.
And that's
what's being said, Dream. Exactly that.
And it's because we live in a world of compulsory heterosexuality, which means that heterosexuality is institutionalized. It's something that we're complicit with, something that is like the default for everything. So even though we have these queer spaces where we should be celebrating our differences, we get to queer spaces and celebrate and glorify heterosexuality. Make it make sense. For years upon years, we get to queer spaces where it's just us. 98% of those people are of a queer identity, but yet we want to glorify looking heterosexual, being heterosexual.
Not to mention, and just being really, really honest, walking realness was walking realness. When I said I'm realer than your mother, I mean coming out of the shower, bitch, wash face, up and down. Even if I used a razor to cut my hair on my chin, I am so realer than her because I don't have not a bump in the world, not a makeup on at all, and I'm giving you me, no matter if I got whatever surgery. Today, that's not realness. So here's the hit. I'm getting insulted with somebody who drew on their lashes, put a whole bunch of makeup on their face, put it on their chin, and now we're going to go up there, both of us that both got makeup on. We both got makeup on now. We both got this front suit on, and we both are two of the same, but we're going to insult each other all the way down to what part, Dream? To what the judges like to have heard or see, because they both got makeup on, and they both got a front suit on, and they both got titties.
And so cis women do all of those things. Some cis women don't got titties. Some cis women do wear makeup. Some cis women don't wear makeup. Some cis women do draw on a full face. Some cis women don't got no hair. Some cis women got long hair. So it ain't nothing real about having one or the other.
Absolutely.
You gonna find a cis woman in every shape, every size, every color.
See, but that for me, that's still very new. I've been in ballroom way before y'all have been in ballroom, and I was in ballroom in the 90s where black women were black women, and they were natural, and they were black with their black hair, and it was when it's around the 2000s and the mid 2000s when all the extra.
I mean, there's always been styles and different styles, and even now you still have women that are natural, will rock locks. You got women that'll rock a short haircut. You got women that'll rock a pixie. It's still always been styles.
Yeah, it's always been different styles, and makeup was always there too. Let me not say that it wasn't. However, it was more of you being yourself in those times in the early 90s and late. It was more of that and less of the hair all the way down. We used to go get weaves in the head. Absolutely. We used to go we went to we had back hair. Of course, everything evolves. But what I come to see is that not everything evolves in a good way. I think that is the most.
I think y'all messed us up from the beginning. We should have never been celebrating realness from the get-go.
You believe so? Why do you think so? But now,
because
the beginning of the first conversation is why I explained my part.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm not blaming you. And you individually. I'm blaming.
There were people that was doing this way before I came along too. So.
Right. I'm not really blaming anybody because I understand what